Welcome back everybody, this is Urban Sprawl. Recently I've made a garden farm and I needed more shulker boxes to bring all the enchanted books back. TNT Man gave me a hand raiding the end for shulker boxes and we've got quite a few more shulker boxes to use. Thank you very much TNT Man, I really appreciate your help. And I've been filling those shulker boxes with cobblestone and dirt because I have an idea for my next project which involves building out around the Guardian farm. So I've been out the back painstakingly manoeuvring dirt and cobblestone from all my chests into my shulker boxes, which is good because I need a lot of cobblestone and dirt. So these are all full and these are now all empty. So my ender chest is full of shulkers, full of dirt and cobblestone. Now we can trundle this back to Mushroom Island and the Guardian farm. Here we go. Okay, welcome back to the Guardian farm. Now I can put all my shulker boxes down. So like I said, I have an idea for a big project to decorate the Guardian farm. And I've had a go of it in my test world and it looks pretty good. But the thing about making it in the real world is you can't turn the mobs off. So we're going to have to deal with all these fishies making a racket. I haven't worked out how to make a switch to turn this off, if that's possible. So we're going to have to deal with that the entire time we're making this build. You did get some lovely XP from it though. Okay. So I've got my chests, got all my resources, I've got my fishy friends. Now we just need to start building. finished. My floating farm is built, and I've just come back here to drop off a heap of shulker boxes. And I think the best way to show you the finished product is to fly. So let's go. It is a bit of a fly, and I wouldn't mind putting in a portal between the city and the farm, but that's a job for another episode. You should have the mushroom fields come into shot about now. There they are, and then just there it is. Look at that. Have a look at that. And perfect landing. Let me give you a tour. So this ended up being a lot longer than the one I built in my test world because I wanted to put in a bit of a forest on the end. And we've got a little pond. So, I wanted to have the end of the floating farm built up with trees and foliage. So we've got lots of lighting, got remnants of buildings and structures from the past. Got lots of different foliage too. I decided to put some bamboo shoots scattered around. And I love the firefly bushes. At night time, they give this place a really lovely atmosphere. We do have some of the berry bushes around too, hidden away where I can't step on them. So we've got a bit of a forest area back here, and then there's a bit of a fence dividing the forest off from the farm area. So we've got a bit of a wheat field. And we've got my little shed, my little work shed. Now we do have a pen for sheep and cows, but I need to work out how to get some up to the floating farm. But that's possibly something for a future episode as well. Got a little veggie patch. Over here we've got some bees. So there should be 3 bees buzzing around making honey with all the lovely flowers. And this, look, we've got the exotic flowers from the stiffer here. Just a couple of them scattered around. We've got a nice little area for the bees to collect pollen. Up here we've got some jack-o'-lanterns and a lovely big oak tree. That one spawned by itself. I boned milled that and it's grown like that. I love that tree. It's got a really lovely balance to it. We've got a little pumpkin and melon patch around the back. Got another bit of remnants from old structures. And here we've got a little cooking area. So if it's a nice night, we can come out and cook some fish because we have a lot of fish. Coming back around to the sheep/cow pen. And we've got a bit more of a little wheat field in here with some chains for some purpose. So this is the outside. This is the farm area. And I really like it. Even though it's a lot bigger than the one I built in my test world, it's still got a very space-filled feel to it. The space has been utilised very well. I like having the walkways just left green. I was thinking of putting a path in, but then it will get rid of all that lovely green grass. So I've left it green. Yeah, I really like it. And here's the build. So we've got the lighthouse with the beacon coming up from the bottom of it through the middle. Let's go inside. Be warned, the noise is horrendous. Okay, so we come in here and we've got our little enchanting area with plenty of books and space to store enchanted books with all the bookshelves. And here's the fish farm. So there's the Guardian farm, and you can see the beacon beam going up through the middle of it. And you can also see the base of the lighthouse, that black ring around on the roof. We've got a little bit of a sleeping and working area over here with resources. Down underneath, the noise is just horrible. There's the beacon. So I put the beacon in early on so the island could be built around it. And I do want to deck this out. I want to finish the floor and spread it out all the way across. But we do have plenty of room underneath for a sorting system if I would like to put one in later, which I think I might need because there's a lot of stuff here. I already have chests and chests and chests of stuff, and I've even taken some out of these chests and taken them back to the city already, so this isn't all of it. There's lots of stuff. This farm works incredibly well. My question is, can you turn it off? It would be nice to have an off switch. Oh. That's the only trouble with having your bed next to the Guardian farm is they stop you from sleeping at night, so you've got to kill them all before you go to bed. There we go. My floating farm is finished and it is spawn proof. There is enough light up here for no oogly booglies to spawn, so I can walk around here quite happily at night time without having to deal with any creepers or zombies. I'm thinking if I do put a portal up here for me to travel between my city and here quickly, will probably be underground down in that storage area, because I don't think there's a spot for it up here that would ruin the view. So yes, we'll hide it down under the ground, so to speak. There we go. My floating farm is finished. I hope you like it. I'd love to hear your feedback. The structure of this took quite some time, and because it's up in the air, lots of height problems I had to face. So my floating farm is finished. I'd love to hear your feedback and get your suggestions for improvements or comments. Leave them in the comment below. I'd love to read them. But apart from that, that's the end of the episode. If you liked it, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm No Spring Chicken, and I'll see you next time. Bye. It's so nice having bees up here with us.